Mic check 1 2. Yeah, yeah. It's the boy Chaos. What it do, people? What it do? Merry New Year. Happy holidays. It's your boy Chaos. And it's just our opinion segment. You know what I'm saying? Better known as it's just our opinion podcast. But we live and direct, pre-recorded right here in the good state of Arizona. Eloy Desert Bay. Tongue tied. That's because I'm up here trying to unplug this shit. Gotta make sure the wire's right. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, it is a beautiful, nice and pleasant weather day here in the great state of Arizona. Man, I guess I'm gonna go probably about 20 minutes in the paint on this segment. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much going on in the world as always. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Across the land of the United States and all over the world that could be listening to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? At DJ Chaos the Mix Master. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube. Or you can check me if you got any good old business paraphernalia and entrepreneurship or whatever the case may be. I'm trying to sound all big ball, big balling on the concepts of education. But if y'all got any kind of, business you want to kind of promote, you can hit me up at DJs music at gmail.com. And if you want to watch me live, which is going to be next year, you can always watch me on DJ Chaos Music Lover _46 at Twitch TV. And follow me on Halo Jones at Facebook, you know what I'm saying? And if you get on there, you know what I'm saying, see if you can find my group page. It's just our opinion podcast and ask for an invite. Now, getting down into the Merry Xmas. Yeah, so you know me, I don't do Christmas. So, I just put it as a, ticker bar, a subject matter. I really don't do Christmas. But I do mess around with New Year's. I love New Year's because I feel like New Year's is a beginning of the end. And, for the concepts of New Year's is basically starting a new beginning in your life. Say do the things that you shouldn't have done in your previous years and, on back or whatever the case may be. Try to make 2023 the best year for you, to start off with, what I'm saying. To get change your life, change how you eat, change how you do things with yourself and others, what I'm saying. Try to be more perspective, be more responsible for yourself and others. You know, hope you have a good relationship with who you with or try to find a relationship on who you're with and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're not gonna go in there because that's not New Year yet. It's not New Year. We're gonna go into Merry New Year, Merry Christmas. Well, one thing about this whole concept of Christmas to me, see, when I was young, Christmas was a bit of a treat. Christmas made you feel good as a little boy or little girl because the first thing that comes to your mind is toys. You're not really thinking about clothes, socks, and other things of that nature. You basically thinking about something that's going to keep you happy and occupied. And that was a beautiful thing way back in the days, for me. Anyway, what I'm saying, coming up out of South Central LA, back in the 70s and 80s and part of the 90s. And the thing was, when I was young in the 80s, man, Christmas was one of the best holidays in the whole wide world to me. And I'm sure it was a real good holiday for you as well as a child. And then maybe it wasn't because some probably didn't get as much as others had. You know what I'm saying? And my condolences and I'm sorry to hear that goes out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, a lot of us wasn't, what I'm saying, as blessed as others to get things that we wanted. Coming up as a kid. I was blessed, spiritually blessed by my mother, Robert King, my father, Robert King, and my mother, Almeda King. I'm saying? Two of the greatest parents that every man and woman who has ever grew up with two luxurious parents could ever have. What I'm saying? My mother and father made sure I didn't go without, made sure I had what I needed, and so on and so on. Both of them had good careers. What I'm saying? My mother worked for the federales, and my dad was, a doctor. He worked in the medical field. So I mean, the family was pretty straight. And they basically kept us, kept our heads above water, keep from drowning in the poor concepts of life. But they also taught us how to, get ours and make and do good at doing it, what I'm saying, and not to be sitting around asking for things or whatever the case may be, like most people may do in this society. But anyway, moving right along, like I said, Christmas back then as a child was a beautiful thing because we really didn't understand the concepts of what Christmas really stood for. What I'm saying? But, as you got older a little bit, you started to hear that it was more about the birth of Jesus Christ and all this thing and all that old crap. But here's my thing right here. One thing I could tell you that I've learned throughout the years as a grown man, all of it is crapola. You might say, come on, chaos, goddamn, here you go with that. No, it's just that you got to understand the whole concepts of religion and the whole concepts of where religion came from in the Western world, as well as why Christmas is so important to the Western world. Well, for one, on the religious side of the game, it's more of peace on earth. Everybody need to love one another, get together, and just enjoy each other's company. And one thing I've really learned that around this time of the year is always set upon the most gloomy, cold, and weak side of weak energy side of the game to me because this is the most time where people start to get more down into the happy syndrome of loving, caring, and sharing. And it basically is a ritual. It's a curse. It's a beautiful curse, but it's also a bad curse because there are lies basically personified on both sides of the coin. Now, on the religion side, you say, okay, Jesus Christ was born December 25th, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 thousand years ago, or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I don't really go for the religion type of thing because I already know that it was sought up by, it was basically social construct and basically, engineering the engineering the mind to be a certain type of way where while the power that be is robbing you in another way because you have half and half. You have the religious part where it keeps you distracted, thinking that everything is all good, this and that and other, as far as the birth of Jesus Christ. Then you got on the other side, you got the corporate side, where they got you and why they got their hands in your pocket, like, we're going to close out the books for the end of the year, so we got to get rid of these products. So what we're going to do, we're going to change the prices on the things that you used to getting that were pretty high back here, back in September on back or whatever, in November or whatever, and we're going to lower the prices because we got a lot of product left. So we're going to basically lower the prices of things that you want and need, and basically say is, and call it, I'm saying, a Christmas sale or Black Friday. And the Black Friday concept is like racist within itself because everything they say that's black is basically a bad thing because anything of substance that's dark is considered evil, wicked, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And scary, and it's very inferior. And then, so they call it Black Friday. And if you notice, if you watch any of the videos of past 10 times, and even probably this year, every time you look around, you go on to Walmart or any one of these big stores, stores in the mall, you see people losing their freaking mind buying all these products. You know what I'm saying? Even if they say, we put out a big old pallet of 82-inch TVs for $150. Y'all better grab them. And everybody in there beating the hell out of each other trying to grab these TVs because they don't realize that those TVs are going to be just as cheap the next following day, later on that night. But you're not thinking like that. You're just thinking that this is right. You got to get it right now because you don't want to disappoint your kids, disappoint yourself on a big sale that they put out. Not knowing that this is a big old setup to basically to get y'all to be treated like lab rats. See, one thing about lab rats, they always get like lab rats in a laboratory. They get rats and put them in a cage, and they always add different types of chemicals or anything that they can see how the rat is going to react to it before they give it to the world. And if it act a certain type of way, that's what the scientists feel like that the world's going to act like. So this is the same way with these big corporation companies do when they get with big businesses like Walmart and Target and all these other places, saying around the country that basically it consumes a lot of consumers. You know what I'm saying? People that are buying things. You know what I'm saying? They automatically know how the people are going to react to it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're trying to get what they want, you know what I'm saying, at a cheaper price. And then, it's just crazy because they basically make a damn fool out of us every year around this time because this is a corporate situation. This is a capitalist society that basically bank off of our stupidity whatsoever. We don't think of that because all we thinking about is that my baby says she want this, my baby said he want that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to work hard to get it because I want him to love me. I want them to love me. But, her to love me. But here's the thing. We don't teach our youngins to understand that it's bigger than Christmas because a lot of times we can't afford the things that we try to go out and bust our asses to get for our children. We got to got to basically explain to them how things work in society as far as the economy is concerned. You know, you might say, well, they too young to be learning. No, they're never too young to learn when they can learn how to talk, walk, eat, sleep, and shit. They old enough to understand how things work if you explain it to them. But if you always in their face trying to flood their mind that they can get anything and everything, when these holidays come up like this, then you make yourself look like a damn fool, breaking your neck trying to go into these stores to buy things that you can get for them in a later time. That's going to be probably just as cheaper than it is on Christmas. But we don't think like that because we think in the concepts of a slave. And one thing about the rich, they basically like them lab scientists. They put chromes in the they put chemical chromes in a cage to those lab rats, just like they put them important products that you try to get in your everyday life in these stores because they already know that you're gonna go crazy for it. You're gonna fight and bust each other bust your ass trying to get it. You know, I done seen hundreds of videos, and especially Walmart. Walmart seems like it's the epicenter nowadays of the fight syndrome in these stores. I mean, Walmart get more video fights than Madison Square Garden. Now I mean it's just like where do we go? I mean, where do we go from here as human beings? I asked myself that question, and I could never get an answer because it's just like me being out here driving trucks. I'm here in Arizona. In Arizona, parts of Arizona anyway, even down, I'm in southern Arizona. I'm not like probably about 35, 40 minutes from the Arizona and Mexico border, U.S. and Mexico border. So it's pretty pleasant down here. It's cool, but I mean, basically all parts of the United States of America is real cold right now. You know what I'm saying? I say maybe 75% of the country is cold. 75, almost 80% of the country is downright cold. And that's crazy because there are places in the country that usually don't get teens and 20-degree weather around this time of year. Don't get me wrong, they usually get about 30 or 40 maybe. But a lot of parts of the country is getting teens and even single digits, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird to a lot of people because a lot of people are not used to that type of weather. I mean, I know I'm not used to it, and that's why I try to find freight that goes further south away from all the BS because I cannot stand cold weather. However, on the concepts of when the weather changes and you get frozen precipitation fall like snow and freezing rain or sleet or whatever the case may be. A lot of times in a lot of areas, if the ground is saturated as far as being very cold, if the ground temperature is 20 and below degrees, maybe 30, even to 30, 34 degrees low, 34, yeah, 34 degrees in lower ground temperature, ice will form on highways, bridges, trees, grass and everything, and pretty much everything, anything, you know what I'm saying? And I never tried to I tried to always get understanding why do people get themselves in a bunch on trying to drive in these conditions. But a lot of times I understand because even as truck drivers, we have to be out here all day, every day trying to get goods and services to the stores. Because without us, the stores will be empty. I understand that part. But here's the thing right here. I think that a lot of times when those situations happens, we have to basically just obey nature, but we don't. We don't obey nature. We still try to get it how we live, and we don't realize that even when we try to get it how we live, we still might end up making a boo boo on having an accident out here. I think it was yesterday, Thursday. They had showed a video on ABC News, a nice little car pile up, car and truck pile up on I don't know somewhere out there near Sandusky, Ohio, and they said one person got killed, a lot of people got injured. And it's like the same old fashioned love song every year, you know, when the weather get cold, and it start, drizzling, freezing rain, and a sleet of snow or something like that. And it basically accumulates on the highways, and then the temperature steady drops and it starts to turn real frozen and slick. We still make it our business to get out here and drive it. And it's like, what the hell are we thinking about? A lot of us say, well, I got a job to go to, but you still might not make it to that job because everybody's mindset is on a different pedestal. Meaning that one person thinking fast, other person thinking slow. So when you got another person, when you got these people out here thinking in a different mindset, chances are they're gonna do something stupid that's gonna cause an accident. That's the reason why I try my best to stay ahead of the storms before they occur. Because I was in Oklahoma a couple of days ago, and they was talking about freezing rain and all that stuff. And I said, well, let me get my load and get the hell out of here and head west. And that's just what I did. And I look up on the news, and yesterday, not just Ohio, but in Oklahoma on I-44, just between Tulsa and Oklahoma City, they had a bad wreck with an 18-wheeler. So, that's why I try to make things happen because I don't be want to get caught up like that. And it ain't about, people need to slow down and this and that and another. Because you can slow down, you can go fast, you can do whatever. The conditions is bad. You need to just get your ass off the road. Point intended. But we don't think like that. We just try to get out here and make it do what it do. And that's it of it. Okay, all right, everything's going to be good. No, it don't work that way. Because we don't respect nature. That should be the time where we should all just come to a screeching halt. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a real severe emergency, then we got to do what we got to do. But if you just basically just pushing yourself to doing fucking shit or whatever the case may be, or just want to just get out there and just try to, because some people you get out there just want to get out there just to make a mistake and get some money from an insurance company, which is real dumb, or just want to be nosy. Oh, there's the ice on the ground. Oh, wow. Let me take a picture of that. Let me take a video of that and get out here and get stuck. Oh, yeah, you have all that type of stuff going on. But only thing I can say, man, come on, America. Come on, America. We got to do better. For real. We got to do better. Settle our differences between race and religion and all that old stuff and try to come together and realize the fuckery that's being brought to us by these 1 percentile people who run pretty much everything around here. That's all. But anyway, more the merrier. I think we went, let's see, I done went 24 minutes in the paint, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and cut this segment short. But, that was just my little opinion, on this segment. Like I said, y'all guys, just try to get it together on the righteous path. You know what I'm saying? Life is going to work itself out. as long as you're willing to work it out. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Hopefully, we'll get the podcast lively going again in 2023. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm supposed to be working on another uh, podcast with a female friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep y'all guys posted. You know what I'm saying? It's probably going to be more like a Bunny and Clyde type of situation. She gonna be saying her shit. I'm gonna be saying my shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like a man and woman type of thing where she gonna talk about how she feel being a woman in society. I'm gonna talk about things being a man in society. So you know, I'll keep y'all posted on that. But anyway, it's your boy Chaos. Y'all have a good holiday and New Year's. I might probably do a little New Year's segment. I don't know because I'll be at the home front of Mississippi on New Year's. So y'all be easy, man, and stay safe and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Deuces.